Good afternoon, good people. Welcome to The Junction, where we explore issues that affect us and touch on us on a daily basis. Today, we are going to look into a buzzing word that has been all over the debate the other day at the Kenyan Parliament on banning of TikTok. So we understand that the reason this has become an issue of concern is the streaming of uh, explicit content by certain or a number of users at certain hours. Two, there could be explicit, could be maybe nudity, explicit could be self-harm videos or such kind of stuff. So let's jump into the debate ourselves. So first, we will say, are there any positive gains out of the live streaming? And surely there has to be certain benefits of TikTok live streaming. And I think some of the benefits that come with it are one, there's some level of empowerment, financial, to these youthful people who are otherwise unemployed or underemployed. Uh, let's look at our society, Kenyan society, let me say, currently. You find that we are made, it's composed like this. The youth make the majority in terms of demographics, and the youth who are the majority are the people who make the higher percentage of the unemployed. Technology has come and assisted to try to alleviate a situation that would have been dire because of the TikTok live streaming. People are able to use it to bring out their talent as content creators. Ordinarily, to do content creation was a difficult endeavor because you would have needed to use to get managers and all that. Now, TikTok does the entire process for you. All you need to do is present that content across, as I am now, though not on TikTok, but still. So you only need a camera and a phone, a smartphone for that matter, and you are able to shoot your content and pass it to the entire world. So that is a positive side. And let me also pose a question. Is it that if these live streams were not there, the upheaval that the parliament debate wants to curtail would not be there? No, they're not discussing two things. They're not discussing the why this particular category of live streamers have decided to do this explicit content. So let's try to look at it from that point. One, we look at nudity. You find that depending on there's some skill set that people have, and there's a skill set the employers want. Because they don't align, the employers are not giving the youth the jobs. You need to have 100 years of experience uh, after on graduation to be able to take an entry-level job. Okay, exaggerated for effect. But because of that, then you will be unemployed because you have to first get somewhere to get that experience, regardless of whether you are first class honors. So you remain unemployed, or you have the qualification, so unemployed. But you do have a skill the society can able to buy, and hence why we go to this level. So to address it, I think a solution to avoid those people who are live streaming nudity and such for purposes, or doing any content, because all the content that you want to ban TikTok for, live streaming for, is all finance based. If there is a crime and someone is shooting it live, they aren't shooting, there is not much better they can do to prevent the crime sometime. And shooting it also is for viewership. And so the main thing is financial, and to avoid that, then give the youth jobs. If majority of these, or let's say if tomorrow all the youths were employed, I think the older generation, even unemployed, would be the ones trying to see which content they will pass across on TikTok Live onto live streams. But for now, the youth are the people who are trying to make a living, and hence the reason why they are doing these live streams. Why is it now more than before? There's technology explosion. The previous generations, which technology was, what did they get? Close to nil. Now we have the advantage of technology explosion. The youths are able to use the technology that there is and constantly changing and constantly availed to them to make something out of themselves. And the best we can do is try to create laws around it, or to try to, there's another thing, the aspect of societal changes, where our norms, our culture, we've forgotten it. And maybe that is the other thing we should address. The problem why that is not possible is because even the churches that should help in guiding the youth and guiding the society, the churches are also gone all deep into politics, all deep into making a dime for themselves, and then leaving everybody to their own devices. And so we should first ask ourselves hard questions. Why are we where we are? And I think the first real question is, if addressed those questions of why are we here in the first place, unemployed, sort that issue. As a country, let's discuss why the unemployment rate is where it is, why the income disparity, why the rich, the 20% of the society, are holding 80% of the wealth. The 80% of the rest of the country is struggling to eat the 20% of the cake. So now that is a big problem. So if we can address income disparity, that will be a first step towards stopping these issues that arise. Two, let's try to have a discourse and a conversation around the issues uh, about our belief system, about the culture, because we've really lost it. And the church leaders, up your game, come on board, take your rightful role, leave the politics, leave chasing the money, and help the society be better. We become better people. We have some belief systems that guide us out of this, but creating a law that will make someone who is broke not go to live stream will take them to a much worse scenario. Because if I could say this is virtual hoeing was there. There wasn't virtual hoeing, there was actual hoeing in particular streets. So now that maybe is diminished. The men who would have actually been in these streets are now online watching content. The ladies would have been actually in a particular and I apologize if this comes out wrong, but what I'm not propagating for any kind of such behaviors. I'm only saying that there has to be a concrete solution, concrete conversation, and the concrete conversation does not include a law. It includes hard questions, and hard questions we should address too as a people. The elders in society, who include our leaders, who think through a law, they can bulldoze the majority of the youth who are. This is a cry for help. Crying for help that we have nothing on the table, and this platform provides some level of what they believe to be safer mode of though exposed, they believe there's some level of privacy that they are not really known who they really are, where they really are streaming from, and they believe that they are safer from the actual consequences. So, if we could provide an alternative, and the alternative could include jobs, actual jobs in their skill sets, aligning education to the job market, and lastly, again, emphasizing as a nation, as a people, let's look into how we bring back our culture as African people or other people together, so that that will guide us into how we do things. And so that as a person, I'm able to stop myself from doing something, but not a law. A law in itself will only take people either to prison or find other ways of circumnavigating the law, and therefore making it, when you ban alcohol, then alcohol becomes the most expensive thing to get. And therefore encouraging other people to go around and try to become reach through those other needs. So that is our take for today. That let's address the topic, but let's address it with all honesty, with sober conversations, and see how we can come out of it. And let's accept that technology is with us to stay. And how do we capitalize on all the gains that technology has brought, and also avoiding the mess that could come with technology. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is good to always have you with us. Till next time, bye.